Hey friends, Pastor John here, and today in our leadership lesson, we're going to talk about something really cool. And honestly, I wish that I would have learned this years and years and years ago. I actually read a book by Bob Biehl that came out in the 90s, and like I'm just reading it, but it says this, the title of the book is Stop Setting Goals. And I thought, what? Stop setting goals? This is Bob Biehl. If you know Bob Biehl, he's a huge leadership guy, huge into goal setting. Spent the majority of his career talking about goal setting and writing books on it. In fact, I remember when I first got into ministry, I was trying to follow one of his big goal charts, very complicated. And yet I was still trying to follow it because it was all about setting goals. And for years, I've had our staff fill out these SMART goals. And a SMART goal is specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound. That's what a SMART goal is. And I've always had people doing this and thinking, okay, this is good. Setting goals is good. We want to get traction. We want to make forward progress. We want to improve in whatever ways that we can. So I thought the goal setting was all kind of it. But I learned something reading Bob's book. And again, I wish I would have read it years ago. And here's what I learned. I learned that the majority of people are not driven by setting goals. That's right. The majority of people are not driven by setting goals. In fact, maybe you're like that type of person. You're like, okay, setting a goal, you just go, oh. I mean, really, if you want to be disappointed, set a goal, right? Every January, people start making these New Year's goals, like, oh, I'm going to get to the gym, I'm going to lose weight, blah, 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 blah. And what happens February 1? Well, you're not going to the gym, you haven't lost the weight, and you get discouraged because you haven't met this goal that you made up. It turns out that the majority of people, like somewhere around 80%, are actually not motivated by setting goals. They're motivated by something completely different. They're motivated by solving problems. So there's a difference. 20% of people are motivated by setting goals, and 80%, just think about that, about 80% of people that you work with, people in your family, are actually motivated by solving problems. So the question is, why do we ask everyone to set goals when most people actually are motivated by solving problems? Let me just ask you a question to help you delineate between the two. So, would you rather, this is my would you rather questions for you. Would you rather reach a goal or solve a complex problem? Would you rather plan your work by setting goals or defining problems and solving them? If money weren't an object, no object at all, would you rather move into a new house or update your existing one? How about this? What gives you less stress? What gives you less stress? Setting and reaching goals or defining and solving problems? What gives you less stress? Scoring a point or keeping others from scoring? In other words, do you like to play offense or are you more motivated to play defense? Do you like to climb a new hill or follow through on prior commitments? And here's another question. And it's, what do you do instinctively? Like, this is something that you just automatically do. You don't even have to think about it. Do you like to set a new goal to reach in the next 90 days or think of existing problems that need to be solved first? I mean, if someone has, hey, we have this goal of this, do you automatically go, yes, let's climb that hill? Or do you automatically go, hey, let's not go after this goal, but let's figure out all of the other problems first? In other words, we're not even reaching our existing goal, so why don't we sort that out first, then set a new goal? It just tells you if you're a problem solver or a goal setter. And both are valuable. Both have equal value. You need both in every organization, every church, every ministry. You need to have both types of people, and they work together. But I didn't recognize for so many years that people were absolutely motivated by solving problems until recently. So here's another question. What energizes you? Seeking new and different goals or mastering what already works? Or a clear set of goals to achieve, or having the time and resources to fix what's broken? or celebrating goals reached, or to celebrate problems solved. We recently took our IMF staff through this exercise, and it was absolutely fascinating. So many people on our team said, man, I love solving problems. I like these complex issues that I can just come and figure out how to navigate, whether it's solving a problem with a computer, whether it's solving some sort of a process or systems issue. The majority of our team here is absolutely motivated. Like, I'm so excited when they get to solve a problem. At the end of the day, they go home and say, that was so good just to solve that issue, solve that problem. And others said, I'm not really motivated by that, but I love setting goals. And when we have this goal, it's specific, measurable, achievable. Like they're busy writing down goals, and they're motivated to solve them and motivated to achieve them. But honestly, that was really only 20% of us. And some of our staff said, sometimes I like setting goals, and other times I love solving problems. So for the record, it's not either or. Sometimes it's both and. I myself, oftentimes I love to set goals. And then other times I'm like, I don't want to set a goal because I'm dealing with so many problems. I just have to work through those in order to start looking ahead again. So recognize your own gifting. Are you a goal setter, or are you a problem solver? There's people that you work with, that you spend time in, that you invest in, whether it's a volunteer leader or a staff leader, that is one or the other. Don't expect, and I wish I would have learned this so many years ago, don't expect everyone to see things like you do. Because some people are truly motivated by solving very complex problems. And they go home at night and just think, man, that was a great day because I solved an issue that no one else could solve. Might not have been a goal. You could have written it as a goal, but honestly, it's a problem that they solved, and they're happy with that. And that's awesome. And others will be completely motivated when you say, hey, here's a goal, or you allow them to set their own goal and then charge that hill and run with those challenges. Just recognize that on your team, you have problem solvers and you have goal setters. Acknowledge them both. Give credit to them both. And in doing so, you are going to have a better, more well-rounded leadership team. Thanks for watching.